Hey guys, Hans Wormhat. So here, I just want to create some more content, try to give you more of an idea of what this channel specifically will try to focus on. Um, so electron microscopes are something that I haven't really heard people, truth channels talk about before. So I think it's something that we should look into. Are they real or not? Are they really what? So are they real? I mean, probably. Like these probably are capable of seeing small, but do they work the way that they tell us? Do they even are electrons even real? Right? At this point, what do we even know? Because we can't trust our scientists um, because they all learn out of the same. When you go to, so I have lots of experience in academia. They don't really, free thought isn't encouraged at all, and I don't know who would think that it is. If you're not learning their answers, then I mean that's basically what school is. So sure, maybe we can see things that are small, but do these things really work the way that they tell us that they do? It's kind of weird. They're always attached to these tables with the computers next to them. Just the way that these are too, and the structure is just look at this. What do you call that? The snake that eats itself? That's totally the imagery that's going on here. What is it? The Oro, whatever. I should look that up. Snake eats itself. What's that thing called? The Ouroboros. There you go. We got the Ouroboros idea going on here. Um, they all kind of look the same, but they all kind of look a little different at the same time. So see, you got the ones like this where it's a tube and then just the back structure, but then you also got the ones that kind of have these units hanging off the edge, like this over here. Look at this weird funnel. Like, what is this funnel doing? And that's what we see with a lot of this hoax craft is that there's just like weird, who knows that this is even necessary? This could just be a stupid prop, right? Um, and this could really just be a really good. So, I mean, what is this? Oh, they got the radioactive. Watch out, it's radioactive. Don't take it apart. You might see how there's nothing in here besides. I think it might just be a digital. Uh, what if it's just a really good digital microscope? Like, it doesn't really have to work how they tell us. I like this little Lego one, looking cool. But I bet a lot of the stuff that they claim, it could just be made in Photoshop. So here, I'll go over some inconsistencies that I've seen. Well, first of all, what you should notice is how similar an electron microscope is to just a regular microscope based off of what they tell us. It's like the same exact thing, basically. Except for when you go over here to the scanning electron microscope, we get really sci-fi. Oh, they got the coil, the beam, the scanning coil. We have this, what is this? Like, why is that even there? Three-dimensional specimen. I mean, everything's three-dimensional in this world. Um, so, I mean, these things are three-dimensional too, right? So, and look, these things are bouncing off everywhere, but then they're kind of getting soaked into this detector. I don't just, nothing ever sits right. So let's keep looking at pictures. I mean, there really aren't pictures that show these things opened up. Like I said, some of these have these offshoot things. Maybe these are, yeah, these are the scanning ones, I guess. You gotta have the attachment over here for that, for the extra sci-fi microscope. Um, I mean, look at the duping delight on this one's face. That's just too much smirk. That's too much of a smirk for a scientist doing their job. I don't think that's a scientist. I got the seven. So in my mind, it's like a prop. I bet this is just a prop, and then this was just something that they made in Photoshop. That's my guess. We got some cool images. So just like they fake space, I bet they fake this stuff too, right? I mean, isn't this? It's kind of the same idea, but backwards. They fake the big stuff, but they fake the small stuff too. Another area I've wanted to kind of look into is deep sea stuff. I bet there's a lot of hoax craft in deep sea. But they give us these cool pictures, and then everyone's like, "Oh, okay, electron microscopes work because look at these pictures. They prove it." People think that the end result proves the beginning, which is a really bad uh, logical fallacy. It's like the ends justifies the means type situation. What we really should be asking for tons of proof that these machines work the way that they tell us, but they really don't even show these things from the inside. Like, doesn't this one look way different? This is claims to be an electron microscope from like Russia. That's actually, I feel like I'll look into microscopes again. I don't think that this is like a good, I don't think in any way that I've done all inclusive job here. But I think it's clear. Like, look at how the detector somehow like sucks all the electrons into it. This looks like sci-fi to me. I don't think that this is real. I don't think that this is how it works. Um, I don't know if we have to transvestigate this. It kind of looks, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Maybe a real woman. Um, I don't know if I see anything here. So one thing I do have, so we've seen a couple of these pictures now so far. See, it seems like there's an electron gun and then a series of whatever. Basically, it just looks exactly like a regular microscope. Oh, that's kind of cool. Spiral. So here was a picture I found. Where is it? No, where'd it go? This one. This one claims to be the inside of I was Googling inside of electron microscope and this one came up somewhere right here. What is this? The inside view of the Quanta 3D scanning electron. Why does this one have all these little gadgets that are right here? Doesn't this just look straight out of a sci-fi movie? But then there's loose cords. Why would there be loose cords everywhere like this? And this loopy cord? It just doesn't sit right with me. And the fact that there's all these little gadgets around this, but if you go look at the diagrams, none of the diagrams ever talk about a bunch of different. Even if we go up to this, the one that shows a bunch of different ones, right? Where is it? And none of these show a bunch of little gadgets near that. What are all these things? How come none of the things talk about all these weird gadgets? What is going on here? To me, it just looks straight out of a sci-fi autopsy, alien autopsy. That's what this looks like to me. Okay, so that's probably enough for this, just because this is a very rudimentary, very introductory questioning electron microscopes. I have a feeling like outer space when you get really small or you get really big, they're just going to lie to us because so remember that at the end of the day, science is something that you and I should be able to go test science. That's how science works. But these electron microscopes, they don't really show us how they work. They don't really, they throw us diagrams and they give us pretty pictures and they want us to just be like, oh, okay, electron microscopes work. Um, so I'm not going to talk about the sources or anything, but um, I've been in contact with people before who claim that they knew people. So here you go. It's like hearsay. It's like level 2 hearsay, level 3 by the time you're hearing it. But anyways, people claiming that they work at universities and they want to go see the electron microscope, and I guess it's a huge hassle. The people were being really rude and questioned, well, why do you want to see the electron microscope? Why do you blah 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 blah? And they were gonna make them fill out all sorts of paperwork. And that story rings really true to me. That seems true. I don't think that they would allow us to just go walk up and, I don't even think that if you work at a university, I don't think that you could say, hey, can I go check out the electron microscope? I don't think they're going to let you do that. And of course, people will defend them. Well, why would they let you? Because they should. If all this stuff worked and was true and was how it really was, then why shouldn't regular people be able to go check out how this electron microscope works? Especially if you are another scientist and you work at a university, which these people um, that I was told about, they worked at a university. So, do any of you work at a university? Go ask if you can see the electron microscope. Are you a university student? Shouldn't you? Isn't that something that you should be able to go check out? So, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you feel about topics like this. Did you like this topic? Should I look more into hoaxery and in the microscopic? Um, what do you think about undersea stuff? What do you think about really deep sea stuff? I have a feeling that a lot of that could be hoaxery. You know who do when they pretend that they go to the bottom of the sea, right? And so I guess I've kind of sidetracked myself now. But and maybe I'll do a video on this now that I'm getting all amped up about it. Because I just know that when the story that they claim that they went to the Challenger deep, how do people know that they didn't just sink down like 100 feet, chill there for hours, and then rise back up? Oh yeah, it was crazy. Like if we have no way to corroborate any of their claims, and they just make up a story about it. Oh, we heard like a big bang, and um, but everything was okay. Like everything always works out okay in the end. It's never like there was a big bang and then we died because we were at the bottom of the ocean. It's always Hollywood drama. So maybe that'll be the next thing that I look into is that Challenger Deep story doesn't make any sense, and I bet they didn't really go that deep. It's just Hollywood. All right, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.